Councilman Bancher,
Here.
Councilwoman Mattice,
Oh, she's excused. She called.
Councilman Proudman,
Here.
Councilman Smith,
He said to tell everybody you won't see him for a while. He has COVID. And if we can stand for the pledge, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll start with privilege of the floor if anybody has signed up for it.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Would you please state your name? We know who you are, but you know.
Amy Wilson, pleasure to be here. I'm here specifically to talk to you about the highway superintendent and the conversation we had this past week. So I'd like to address my conversation directly to him, as it addresses to everyone here as well. But Tyler, I want to let you know that about a year ago, when Bill first took this position, I came and I talked to Mr. Frederice and everyone about how important the highways in this town are. And I understand that they're in need of lots of repairs. Carl knows the buses have to use them. They need a lot of work. We understand that. It's going back a long time. And then at that point, I talked about the money and why, how much money is going into it. I didn't bother asking for a FOIA request. I didn't bother any of that because I just kind of trust that our leaders will take care of those things. And Mr. Frederice said about 60% of the budget, if I recall correctly, went towards the highway department.
In that neighborhood, yes.
Yeah. So that's a big chunk of it. Maybe more should go towards it. I don't know. But I wanted to let you know that I'm here 100% to support you in your position and the highway department. And I will fight for whatever it is you feel you need and the highway department needs, because that is what I'm most concerned about as a citizen here in Conesville. I live on a dirt road. I love it. I grew up on a dirt road, so I'm well aware of how difficult they are to maintain. I was in Oneida County where I grew up, and the road I grew up on had Verona Beach State Park at the end, so it was taken care of meticulously every single year, whatever it was. I don't even know, I'm not going to pretend like I know what goes into taking care of dirt roads, but it was taken care of. We were swampy. And so I just want to let you know that. I'm 100% here to back you and support you.
Thank you.
I do want to ask from you that you treat all of us with more respect and kindness in the moment, even if you feel like you're under pressure. Try to just take a moment to breathe and understand that part of your job is hearing criticism or hearing complaints from the community, and people are going to be various states of upsetness when they contact you, and they're really just reaching out for help. When Steve contacted you a while ago, about a month ago, he was reaching out for help.
I want to just pause that for a minute because I was not the boss when that happened. That was Bill and Bill,
Oh, sorry.
he sent me up to assess it, just making that clear.
Okay, well, that's okay.
That's all, I'm not.
It's just that I had to hear the other side of him
Yeah,
having
me and Steve had a talk. I know Steve
talk with
for
you.
a few years.
And it was a very heated exchange, and Steve doesn't get heated very easily. So to have him agitated afterwards is significant. And if I were you, I might want to reach out to him and make sure you recommend to him. That's just on the
I
side.
talked to him.
Let's get back to your
For
concern.
me,
Yes.
I was very, very upset, very offended, and so much so that I contacted, the office and Mr. Frederice and said, hey, listen, can I just, I want to be able to voice my concerns when I have them.
I agree 100%.
Thank you.
I would, on my end, and this isn't just to you, this is to the whole town. I've only been doing this for about a month. I've had somebody come to my doorstep complaining about snow being pushed up in front of their house. I was threatened that you were going to come after me if you wrecked your car on your road. I want to address it to the whole town that I'm just trying to do the best I can, and that's it. I do the best with what we have, and that's all. That's why the conversation went where it went. That's all I'm saying.
So are you saying that I threatened you or you felt threatened? Because that's significant for me and my position in this community.
For you said that if you wrecked your car on your road, you would come after me directly. That was the statement made, and that's when the conversation went.
Then I think
The
you have
wrong
some
way.
serious concerns with your memory,
Because
because I never
okay.
All right,
threatened you.
let's get to the roads, okay? Please,
Well,
let's
your-
talk about your
your
roads.
No, because now I'm concerned and I'm threatened as a teacher in this district. I mean, that's what, you're telling me that I threatened you. That's significant and you're telling me that publicly.
I'm just speaking.
So that's
clear.
significant.
Um,
That needs to be cleared up.
That's, it's as clear as I can put it for you. That's what you said on the phone.
That is not what I said on the phone.
Well,
Okay.
I can tell you, this isn't being made up now. He told me that morning after he
I
spoke to
called
you.
him directly up because I fell. I actually made a little thing up, took pictures of the road to try to cover my tail a little bit because I was very nervous about getting sued over something that's out of my control. Like I said, I went and assessed your road. It's very safe. It's one of our better roads in town. I was trying to tell you that, come spring, when we can work on the road, we will. But I took a priority list of the roads and their conditions, and it's in the middle. It's pretty good. We worked on it last fall. Bill and sent us up there, and it's very passable. It's very safe. And you
I don't even care about the road right now. I am so disturbed by what you
Well,
just said to me,
I'm-
and I'm telling you that that's an issue. If things escalate that much with you, that you're then going to accuse people of threatening
Stop.
I
me.
didn't
This is
Stop
not
right
okay.
there.
This is
Stop.
not, well,
You're
I
not-
need an apology. I need an apology from
We
him.
have two differences of opinion here.
I didn't do anything.
We're not gonna get a different,
Yes,
we're
you
not
did.
gonna have a different resolution.
Yes, you did. You yelled at me on the
Privilege of the
phone.
floor is a privilege to discuss town business. You said what you wanted to say.
And then he publicly accused me of
that's-
threatening him.
And on how we.
That's an issue.
Okay, and how are we gonna resolve
I
that?
don't know. You tell me.
No, I don't know why.
I don't know.
So please proceed with the rest of what you
Well,
want
I
to
don't
speak
know
of.
how to proceed if I don't know what's going to happen as a result of him publicly.
What's gonna happen is in the spring, we're
Accusing
gonna work
me.
on your road as soon as the weather lets us. When we get time to get there, and we will get it fixed up better than what it is.
Well, I'm
that's all I
telling you,
can tell
that you told me on the phone that there were several other roads in the area that needed more help than mine.
There is.
Well, I'm saying they all need help. I'm not,
Yes.
I said to you, do you want me to go out and, complain about all of those? No, you don't.
Everybody can have a valid complaint on a road. Anybody that has a concern about a road can call me.
You need to watch what you say to people, and you need to watch how you say to people,
I couldn't
what
even-
you say, and you need to apologize to me publicly.
Ma'am, I couldn't even get a word in on the phone with you.
That's right.
I am,
Like now.
thank you, like now, and I'm sorry, but that is what you said, and I'm gonna hold to it. So,
You're a liar.
okay.
All right, are you done?
I'm publicly accusing him of lying.
Very good. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, now I have something to say.
No, you can say
I
whatever
couldn't
you
get in a
want.
word, you didn't accuse me of anything, or I didn't accuse you of anything, but you would not let me get a word in.
That's right. I was busy and I was trying to get ready for
All
school.
right, so the hell with everybody else you're talking to. But that aside, I went up and looked at your road. And I was wondering if we were talking about the same road. We had just gone through about a 2-week midwinter thaw, and your road was in far better condition than almost every other unpaved road in the town.
I don't drive other unpaved
Well,
roads.
then, you know what? Maybe you should take a look, because,
It's not my
well,
job.
then fine. But
My
I'm
job is to
telling
only
you,
advocate
there was
for Davis
nothing
Road.
the town of Conesville
Do
could do.
you want me to go around and drive all the roads and advocate for the other roads?
Do whatever you think you need to do.
No, I don't need to
My point
do
being,
that.
good. My point being is, the road that I looked at, I was amazed that you felt that there was something wrong with it. They had done a fine
Well,
job.
continue
I'm
to
I'm
be
still
amazed.
talking. Stop.
No, just
Privilege of
move
the floor
on.
doesn't give you the right to interrupt, okay? So, I went and looked at it, and I drove the whole thing, and yeah, above you it's pretty rough, but you know what? Nobody lives there during this time of the year, further up the road. So, we're gonna prioritize.
My house and her house is very difficult.
Okay, I don't know what your definition of difficult is, but we did one hell of a job. This crew, this fall, we put about 6, 7, 8 weeks into it. And I was thrilled with the job they did, the compliments that I've received in writing and phone calls.
That's not accurate.
How do you know what people told me?
I observed it.
You observe people calling me on the phone?
Oh, I observed the work on my road.
All right, we're talking about more than, your road is is as good as it's probably going to get, but we'll continue to maintain it. But if your expectation is to have something that's far greater than that, I don't know what to tell you. We don't have the resources.
You do.
Okay, thank you again for telling me.
I will.
Good. Anybody else for privilege of the floor?
I don't believe
Okay, let's proceed. We had the minutes from the December 12th meeting, and if I emailed them to you, I'm taking a page from what we're doing at the county now. If you want it, print it out, otherwise I'm going to save some paper. So did you get a chance to look at them? Well, by the way, you're the only two people that can make a motion and second.
I'll second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Thank you. Assessors report, did you get anything? No? Okay. I'm sure it'll be coming shortly. Rich, code enforcement?
Okay, let's see here. So, I guess just run through some quick stats. So we currently have 44 open permits, no expired permits, and 3 active enforcements that are working their way through the timelines that need to be adhered to. Issued a certificate of occupancy, a certificate of compliance, a couple renewals. I would just say it's just a typical month. A couple year-end pieces of information I included, just a tally of what had transpired in the past year. We had 19 complaints, 21 property searches, which typically means, a house or a piece of property changed hands. 35 building permits issued, and $7,155 in revenue. And that's it.
All right, thank you. I've received a couple inquiries about the short-term rental law. We're going to get that out pretty soon. Matter of fact, somebody representing somebody wants to buy a house here in Conesville for a,
Specifically.
yeah, for that.
And I didn't note that, what's in the report, but I've had several people, a couple, 3 or 4 contact me asking about the short-term rental regulations and the application. I'm guessing that stuff will wind up on the website?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, and that's what I told them, it just hasn't made it there yet.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And we had a little bit of delay with the state responding back to us. It's all taken care of.
Right.
So, but there was a little bit of a delay in that too when we sent the local law.
Yeah, busy time of year, I'm sure.
I don't know. But anything with the state, just as an aside, I told these guys it would be a quick meeting. But remember I said when we did the reduction or the resolution we had to do because of the change in speed limit that the town is requesting? And I said, it could be something else. Now I have to give it to you. There's another document they want we never did last time, like we never did the resolution. And it has to be verified by the town clerk that we actually did the resolution, but it's already on the... But yeah, I have to give that to you before I leave. My point being is, the state gets involved.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, I digress, and I won't do that again if I can help it. Need a motion to accept the code enforcement officer's report?
I'll make it.
Need a second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any supposed to ask that? Town clerk's report.
I have nothing since the last meeting. I did have a request for some copies of a death certificate, but I have not gotten the check or anything for that yet, so.
Okay. Well, that's a report, so I'll take a motion to accept the clerk's report.
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Tax collector's report.
Okay. There are 1,329 tax bills mailed out. So far, I've collected $68,709.36.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay.
I'll make the
Motion.
motion.
We have a motion from Bob, second from Bob. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Thank you, Diane. I know we did get something from Travis for the sewer district operator's report. I think I have a copy here.
This is the monthly update for West Conesville wastewater treatment facility. These are the highlights in your sewer district for the previous month. Average daily flow rate was 2,703 gallons a day. They've been informed that Kinsley Power will be on site January 10th to service the sewer district generators. I know they've been trying to schedule that for a while. CPE came and completed their annual calibration of the flow meters at the plant. Heating system is operating with no issues noted, and they cleaned the flow meter flume. If there are any questions, reach out to Travis.
I like that report. All those in favor?
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Kim?
I don't have much new. You guys have a nice essay there to read.
Well, if you don't want to read the essay, maybe you can just talk. Whatever you prefer.
I'll just add on to what's already in front of you. Bill and I talked about the Maple Festival. I'm going to put an article in the Maple Festival booklet that's due in February for the Maple Festival in Conesville in April. So I'm working on that. The grant applications for 3 historic markers are due this week, so I'm finishing that up.
Mhm.
And that's where we are in addition to all of the stuff you have in front of you.
Okay, like it. Motion?
I'll make a motion. I'll second it.
We have a motion in a second. I'm not going to keep saying who did it. It's either one of these two guys made the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Maybe I'll just add to a little update on Couchman. I did put together a list of chores that need, project things within the project that need to be done. And we're already at about $140,000 by my not very tight reckoning, which would probably need some scrutiny, but at least it gives us a chance to size it. I had Bloomville Disposal bring in a container today. I was going to do that about 2 weeks ago, but it got real soft with the thaw that we had, and I didn't want to rip up the front lawn and all that. So there's no rush because it's winter, but now it's there, and we're going to see what we can do to move the cement. Cement, not really blocks, I don't know what they are, but they're squares that were the cement part of the chimney. So we're going to work on that, and there's the roofing, the old roof that's torn down and sitting in the backyard. It's probably not enough to top the container off, and it is awful cold in that house this time of year. It just holds the cold. So I walked through the rooms this morning, and maybe if we get a nice day, open the windows or something. And I've got a request for quotes out to 3 contractors to begin the process for the putting a new panel box in, 200 amp versus the 150. More importantly, to check out the connections, especially under the house or the wiring, because with no heat, no AC for, I don't know if they had AC, but no heat during the winter, I'm just worried there could be corrosion where the lines come together. So I don't know what the best bit quote I got so far is $3,200. Hoping for something better, but it is really hard to find a contractor for anything, including electric. So we'll see where that takes us, but we'll keep the process going even during the winter. Highway Super's report.
Let's see here. These are just a couple of the major key things we did. We put some 4-inch drain pipes on Hangman and Rogers Road. There's some big ice boils. We were trying to eliminate it before there was a bigger problem, but we had the weather. The guys worked really hard. I took over in December, so we were a little behind the ball, short-handed. Got all the trucks ready for winter, tires, plows, sanders. One of the 10-wheelers blew an air tank. We got both of them fixed up and ready to go. We plowed and sanded a couple storms, a couple small, a couple big. We thought we did a pretty good job. We tried very hard on them. Bill kind of started working with Steve Swenson from DEC on a couple culvert pipes that were as a program for free replacement. Something to do with the trout streams. I'm kind of just trying to figure it out a little bit. But I've been in contact with him. It's going to be the Briggs Road culvert from the looks of it, and the bottom of Calkins. It looks like they might use prefab bridge decks. It's all got to be engineered. being handled because of the county with the bridge that's potentially, you know, they handle. And we filled the last, I didn't put it in here, but we filled the last full-time position.
So we're at 4 full-timers
We're
starting
four
Wednesday.
full-time starting Wednesday. He starts
Excellent.
Wednesday, CEO.
Mhm.
If he said, if there's any questions or concerns, call the shop. There's an email there for me in the minutes.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much it.
Well, thank you. Motions?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Supervisor's county report. You read the paper, there's something going on at the county in terms of one of our department heads. And legally and a lot of other reasons why, I can't go into why, but we've decided not to renew the contract for the Director of Public Health, and there's a lot of controversy about it, but we're very comfortable that we're within our rights to do that. And that's all I'll say, but I'm only saying what you could have read in the paper if you haven't read it already. But there are some other things going on that I'm really excited about. And this is sort of a tease because I can't say anything from an economic development point of view. And could be some good things coming to the county. And I probably said too much. But that's it, before I say anything else. Motion to accept the supervisor's county report.
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
Motion in a second. Okay. All in favor? Same guys. Okay. Town business, we really don't have very much. The only thing I have for you folks is the New York, that I mentioned, I think it was the last meeting, the New York State Unified Solar Permit. And sure, we don't really need it, but the state said, you all have a copy of it. I put a copy there. And I reviewed it with Rich, and he found a few things that needed some changing. But anyway, we don't really need to do this, but the state gives us more points towards that $10,000 or $12,000 pot of gold that they'll give us towards a heating system or something like that that meets their specs. So we'll use their form. It's not really doing anything, but you guys want to talk about it, or you had a chance to look at it? It's pretty routine stuff. Okay. Then I need a motion to approve it, so I can show them in the minutes if they ask if we did it.
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? I don't have anything else. Just like I said, we had two meetings since the last meeting, the end of the year meeting. We covered a couple of things, and actually we didn't really cover too much additional at the organization meeting last week. So that's all I really have. I was just going to ask you if there's anything new on the bus garage. I mean, I don't care. They can stay as long as they keep paying the rent.
We're not really in there. We're just gonna move some stuff. Hopefully we'll have that, everything moved out of the month. And hopefully the trailer will be out of there by then.
The power bit on from it?
Not yet. Not yet. They were just unhooking the water and stuff. I think they did on Friday. They got to come and get the tanks.
Which tanks?
I didn't want to shut the power off to it until they had
No.
the water all out of it.
All right. No, I'll tell her too, but the business office has to call NICEAG and tell them.
To switch the power.
Yeah, and then they'll call me or send a letter or something. They won't do it just because somebody says switch it, because I can imagine all kinds of mischief could be done like that.
Right. Yeah, we should be able to get everything out of there shortly.
I'm not pushing. Okay.
Well, you might want to keep an eye on the propane tanks, because we're not up there. So,
Okay. But when he's running I think Kelly
Yeah,
was, they
Kelly told me to put it on 50.
All right.
I mean, it's been pretty warm, so.
Yeah, thank goodness. I even see the oil's gone down a bit for now.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. You had anything? Something else, Carl?
So,
I told you this would be quick. Then I need a motion to review the invoices.
review the invoice.
Okay. And a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. And folks, that's it. I mean, after that, we will adjourn.
They come in late, they want to say.
Oh, did you want, all right. You came in late. Did you want to say?
I thought the meeting said 7:30, that was my fault.
Oh. Oh, you-
And we waited here all day to come.
Oh.
We're driving back to the city
Oh,
today.
no, I
So
remember
he
you
was
guys.
definitely not very happy when we pulled up. So that was my fault.
No, I remember you guys from last month.
Yeah,
You know,
so we-
glad you stopped by.
Thank you. So we finally closed on our property. Yeah, so we're really excited. Yeah.
Oh, good. Congratulations.
Yeah, so, we were just gonna check with Richard about some permitting and things like that, probably start sometime this spring. But today we did a lot of driving to kind of figure out the neighborhood and everything.
Well,
We'll be
you're gonna live
interested.
here?
No, we're gonna do back and forth,
Mhm.
and we'll be doing Airbnbs, and.
Well, those
how
2 or
that
3
works.
houses there.
The three,
That's a
yeah,
nice
3
setup.
little cabins, yeah,
Mhm.
It's gonna take a little work, but.
Yeah,
yeah.
well, you'll be dealing with Rich,
Yeah,
I'm
just a
sure.
little time, yeah, so we're very
Good.
excited, and
Well, welcome.
thank you.
All right. That's it, folks. Thank you for
All
coming.
right, thank you.